How's it going, everybody? We got the best events video in the game for you right now because I got my man, Scotty, and he's working it with an E in there. How's it going, brother?
Doing amazing. How are you?
Nice, nice. I'm doing pretty good. It's the end of the weekend, getting into the flow of the workly week soon, which is it's easier than raising three kids. Oh my god, they're tiring. All right, listen. We were talking about these events, and we were thinking these events look pretty good, right? But they're kind of just you do your stuff, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. To get more like Gear Tier 20, we're gonna have to push a little bit more than is comfortable, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a milestone that people may decide is worth pushing more or buying an offer for. But otherwise, like for us mortals, I think it'll be easy to get just like 100 Howard Duck shards and call it a day.
Yeah, I agree completely. So let's just go ahead and we'll jump right into this. Starting with the event that is just the no-brainer, super easy one. This is the Alliance event. So here we're going to be earning the Alliance supply orbs. We're going to be doing our raid battles for the super fun, not at all bugged, chaotic raid, not at all skill nightmare where your Alliance mates are now your mortal enemies because they are just screwing you over. All right, so let's talk about this event real quick.
Yeah, so this is earning allied supply orb fragments from the daily free claim. The last time we had something like this, they gave us 1,000 per person. So obviously this might change if that is lower. I don't think it'll be higher. Then it's just doing raid battles, which it's 10 battles per person per day, which everyone should be doing for the Lalandra shards anyway. And then getting milestone points from the Chaotic Storm raids because they've been in the raids since they started, and I was like, what are these milestone points for? So this is what they eventually will be for. I did spend almost an hour adding up all the nodes from difficulty 4 and 5, and then realized it is so easy to complete that it's pointless for me to add that all up for you. Like you will easily hit the limit because there is a limit on it, so you will easily hit that. I think no matter what difficulty of these raids that you are doing, full alliance, half full alliance, like you will hit that in 6 days for sure.
Perfect, and that's a good thing, right? Because these alliance events, I think they should be easy. Maybe we'll jump over in game real quick and just look at the rewards there. I do have it pulled up. This is the Crimson Storm. As you can see, we have obviously now started. It launches tomorrow. This kind of is reminiscent of the Peggy Carter Alliance event, right? So we're getting 5 Havoc orbs, 5 Havoc shards. We are getting a buttload of gold, which I love to see that with the Vigilante team coming. I know a lot of people need to bum rush that team because once again, the skill section is trash.
Don't say bum rush.
Okay.
Just don't.
Okay. And it's going to culminate with 2 Mega Gold Orbs, 500,000 Purple Ions. So that is a free Purple 3 character for the raids or for Odin Hunt if you're still there. And 100,000 coins, which I mean, when we get to the other event, the main event of this week, 100,000 coins is kind of nothing. They're just raining it. They're making it rain on us. But what do you have for this next raid? What's your take on Night Stalkers, Orcus, and their use in the raids?
I mean, most people should be using these guys in raids every day. The nice thing, and what I was waiting for the event to go live to check, is sometimes when they say, raid with Orcus at 7 yellow stars, when the event goes live, then they actually have it like for each individual character. So like people that maybe don't have the full team at 7 yellow will get screwed over. But actually, in game, it's just generic Orcus
Good.
and Night Stalker. So like newer players that maybe are still unlocking these teams, if you can at least get one of those characters to 7 yellow in each team and use the team 5 times, or at least that character 5 times, that's going to get you the max points for it.
Nice.
The same thing kind of goes for the gear tier. Like I feel like a lot of people at least will be able to have at least one of these characters at gear tier 19, and then you just have to use them 5 times to get the max points, which was a nice surprise to me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And if for whatever reason you haven't like put Gear Tier 19 on your Night Stalkers, but you have Gear Tier 19 available, do it. They're an amazing team. And then for Orcus, if you want to pick the characters to put Gear Tier 19 on, probably Lee Destrike and Nimrod. But once again, these characters might be the characters we have to go in for Professor X. So it's a great time to put Gear Tier 19 on these characters because I mean I tried Simi in the tech lane yesterday. I lost. I wasn't very happy about it. So they'll be going to Gear Tier 20 super fast. All right, we also have the Open Daredevil Modern Diamond Orb. This is worth 15,000 points. We were talking about this. This is going to be kind of the springboard you need, as well as doing extra cores to kind of reach the what I consider the most valuable milestone. If you don't want to buy this orb, which we kind of predict, you were saying 24 Canadian, 20 bucks American, right?
I mean, that's what they've been in the past. We'll have to see, but
Right. So if you don't want to be dropping that money, you need to gather an additional 4,000 energy on top of what we're about to talk in the next slide. So in this slide here, why don't you tell us what we're looking at? I'm pretty sure you're just maxing everything out, right?
yeah. So like, if you are gonna buy the orb, it is worthwhile to then spend some additional cores on energy to reach milestone 18, because milestone 18 has an extra 625k X coins. So like that's 50 pieces of gear tier 20 right there,
Yeah.
which is pretty valuable. Considering like that amount, if it is 24 bucks, I guess if it's higher, then we'll have to like weigh that again. Like if that is only 25 bucks or 20 bucks, that might be worth it to some people for the 625k X coins.
Yeah. And 12 million gold.
You'll probably have to refresh the store, and lucky for you, Scopely has capped that refresh at 100 cores.
Just 100. Yippee!
Just for you.
Yippee! Okay, so this is the track, though. This is going to be kind of the, like, I'm a go-getter track. So if you don't want to buy the orb, you have to get an extra 4,000 energy somehow, as well as do these 100 core refreshes every day while the event is up. And you also be one day ahead, right, with tomorrow's energy. Yeah, going on that. If you've been hoarding up your energy from the couple days prior to now, then you might be looking pretty, right? I would say that's worth it. I would say an additional 300 cores a day for 7 days for 50 gear tier 20 and 12 million gold. That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I mean, and it may be less if the free claims are better than my guess. Like I usually aim a little bit low, so we're not disappointed.
Yeah.
So if it's more than 500 a day, amazing, and I'll update it, and then hopefully it'll be a little less on your cores. If you have energy already hoarded, great.
Yeah.
I think someone messaged me and was like, I have 2,000 energy hoarded. Is that going to help me? And I was like, I'm not sure, but it looks like it actually will be a bit helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go in game just for 1 second before we go to the kind of the coaster track. And let's just look at this Daredevil orb that's in question. So if you're not going to buy this orb, you need to get 4,000 extra energy. If you are going to buy this orb, I looked at this orb and I wasn't super impressed. It is bugged visually right now because I guess his portrait's not in the game. So they guarantee a 1 diamond on the new Daredevil in the center. So you're going to get 1 diamond no matter what. On the left pillar, there is a 10% or 9% chance you're going to get a 2 diamond, or a 90% chance you're going to get 100,000 of the X coins, which is what I would prefer in this situation. Honestly, a new character doesn't really do it for me. And then on the right pillar, there's a 4% chance of getting the 3 diamond for Vigilante Daredevil, and a 96% chance of getting a measly 500 Dark Diamond credits, which I'm sure we are all still holding our breath for Old Man Logan, Shadow King, and Mephisto to go into that store. So I don't super like this orb. Personally, I think they should just have 1, 2, and 3 diamonds all in the center pillar, guarantee X coins and Dark Diamonds on the left and right, and go that way. Because to me, it's like, okay, I'm guaranteed the 1 diamond. If I pull the 2 or the 3 diamond, like that's better for sure. But I've still now just invalidated an entire pillar on this orb. So definitely not my favorite orb. And there's something else I wanted to show you. Oh, right. So if you guys want to know how I will be getting my additional 4,000 energy, because I'm not buying this orb, I'll be dipping into my Strike Store supplies. Yes, if you're a past buyer, you've spent money in the past, you can always head on over to the Strike Store and use your energy. If I drop 28,000 points in here, I get that 28 times. That's going to be enough energy for me to finish this up while also doing the 100 cores. So I do plan on getting to that final penultimate milestone. Well, I guess there's 2 others that I just don't see the value in. But yeah, so that's a way that you could go about it. So you got a couple options here. But you could also be a slacker. And I think being a slacker is perfectly fine, okay, because I won't have to face your Professor X anytime soon. So this one, you're still relying on everybody having, these characters, 7 yellow. They're farmable. Like you said, there's an easy way to use them all, but no Daredevil Diamond Orb. And then we kind of have a easier track, right? So what are we looking at here?
Yeah, so this is not buying the orb, still maxing out all the raid aspects of it. And then only doing a single 100 core refresh one day. So it can be tomorrow, it can be the next day, whatever, but just one day you need to do one single 100 core refresh.
Mhm.
Once again, this may change if the free claims are better, and then you'll probably have to do none. No 100s, you'll still have to probably do the 50s. And this will get you to milestone 17, which is the last of the Howard the Duck shards. So that will give you a total of 100.
Nice. This milestone is not bad at all. Yeah, so 100 Howard shards, and there are lots of X coins along the way, which is really cool. We also mentioned this is the second Howard the Duck event. They are raining duck shards on us. Do you think this is in response to just how lackluster the team is when they're not built up all the way?
Or in response to like the terrible Crucible rewards.
Oh, it could be that too. It could be that too. Yeah, the pity orbs they were giving us. They were giving us 5 pity orbs per week. As opposed to war, we were getting 5 per war, so 15 per week. I don't know if they just can't program it so that you're getting 5 every trial instead of 5 for the week. But it's
Then
like
times it by 3 then for the final reward.
there's ways to do it for sure. There's definitely ways to do it. But I guess that's it for our conversation here. Why don't you tell me how'd you enjoy your last week in Marvel Strike Force, and what are you most looking forward to this week in Marvel Strike Force? And for sure, tell me how you love the skill lane, right?
I actually don't mind the skill in the bio lane because I do my job and I do a sack and I hit it and then I wait for my 2 lane mates to at least help get the next 2 nodes and then go. In theory, that's what's supposed
Not
to.
me. Look, I did these mystic nodes as soon as it came up. I now have 20 energy, so I'll get to go do a skill lane. I'm so excited. I'm totally gonna try and one shot it. Not. I'm just gonna hit
As
this
annoying
in.
as this is, it's still better than the nightmare that tech used to be every raid back in the day.
It 100% is better than the old incursion raid, where like you were hard stopped on
Or
the
even
mystic.
Doom. I think it was Doom before that that still had the tech wall.
Yeah, like here's the thing about this raid. Just being honest, this raid is a lot better than raids we've had in the past. The Orcus raid was like an anomaly where we were able to clear it all day one. And I think people maybe got used to that they're never going to do that again. This raid, though, we can get through it. We can get to 70%. And what I like most about this raid, I don't think anyone is talking about this, is you can get 100% completion, right? Because the mini bosses, they were counting for the first day. They're not counting now. I saw somebody saying that the mini boss nodes you needed to do to hit 70%. No, that's not right. There's a visual bug. There's so many bugs. It's all garbage for sure. The launch was scuffed, don't get me wrong. But we can get 100% completion without getting all of the nodes completed. So what this means is that leaderboards will be kind of gotten through alliances putting that extra effort, coring more, making sure everyone is firing all cylinders and beating those mini bosses that are extra. And here's the thing, that would be super worth it if the fucking leaderboards weren't gear tier 19 pieces. I was so sure that they were going to put gear tier 20 on these nodes, Scotty, because they actually, once they get rid of the bugs in this raid, and once they need to kind of clean up the UI so that instead of having like the white arrows that spring all over the place and you don't really know which nodes can jump to which nodes and you have to be the mini boss in order to jump to the node, but it's they need to clean that up so it's much more understandable. I think that this raid could actually be really good. Once we have the vigilante team, it's going to open it up completely, right?
Yeah. I mean, now that I kind of know how it works, I don't find it that confusing, but
Yeah, no, for sure. And once people have like a week or two with it, it'll be the same for everybody.
yeah.
But it's great that you now have an effort-based raid system to rank higher. But why? I don't get it, Scotty. Tell me why they don't put Gear 20 here. Tell me why they don't have like Daredevil modern shards or some sort of new vigilante team member in here. Like, why not make people want to do the raids? Like, you would actually get people coring the nodes and engaging with raids as opposed to what it is always been just a sim fest since we had, who was it, Ghost Spider was in the leaderboards way back when, and when a raid was new.
Yeah, and I think we all kind of enjoyed that, but at the same time, think some people were frustrated by the raid season because like there was like that max, and then you had to like hold raids and decide what your on season was gonna be, and
Yeah.
I think
But
they also got like negatives from that as well.
but that's what I mean. This raid has the workaround by having the mini boss nodes that you literally can't beat every single node, including the mini boss nodes, in the raid unless your entire alliance is coring to get that extra effort in. So it's like, why put that extra effort in to leave that room for alliances to go for it? And so my whole point here is that the mini bosses are completely fucking useless. You only want to beat one so that you can get to the next section, because these leaderboards are worth absolutely nothing. These leaderboards are worth jack shit right now.
You know why they're not there?
Why?
I think they just forgot.
You're right.
They just didn't think about it. I think they just didn't think about it.
We'll see them added. We'll see them added tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm sorry. I had to get on my soapbox for a bit because I was flabbergasted today when it didn't happen. I was so sure it was going to happen. Anyway, fix the bugs, make the map more legible. The map, I actually really like the looks of the map behind, but the arrows go crazy. And then, yeah, add the gear to 20. Make me care about raids again. Anyway, that's it for me and Scotty. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful week. And make sure you ace these super easy events. Do what you got to do to get those extra 600,000 coins if you want them. 4,000 extra energy if you don't buy the Daredevil Modern Orb, as well as 300 core refreshes daily. Anything you want to say to the people before we head out, Scotty?
He always like jump this on me, and then people think I'm boring because I don't have anything.
Scotty, I will end every single video with letting you have the last say.
No, I have nothing to say. Life is great.
All right, Scotty says go fuck yourself. Have a good day, everybody.